my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Service International Limited. Here's your daily technical analysis of stock index futures. I'll start with UK FTSE futures first. A second bullish white soldier Friday, though it was not the usual higher one, just a larger one and lower. It was nevertheless a second consecutive close back up over the upper trend line, currently 68.96, of the January to date breached rising wedge pattern. And this puts further doubt into the idea that the break upwards earlier this month may have been a false break. For information, I had previously laid out targets topside for the rising wedge pattern, as well as for others. Target X in the 70-10 area is a target for the January to March sideways triangle. Target X1 in the 70-95 area is the target for late January to early April rising wedge pattern, and target X2 in the 71-15 area, that's the full target for the rising wedge pattern itself. One final matter, something I highlighted in the middle of last week. We were on for a weekly key reversal last week. If we closed Friday night either above 69.75 or below 68.78, then we'd be on. Well, we didn't manage either, and so we've had to settle for a lesser outside week for last week. Now, so far today, a lower open back below the upper trend line of the sideways triangle, but also the March 2020 high, but above the March 2020 high at 68.71.5, and we've popped up to a higher high today than back on Friday, testing the old January high at 69.10. Though there hasn't been that much of a further follow through higher so far. German DAX futures. An indecisive spinning top on Friday, though some may see it as a bullish harami. Though that looks to me like a little bit too much of an ask. The market closed right on the breached, yet still important lower time, currently 15.347. of the very recent bullish Andrews pitchfork formed over late January to late February. In this instance, much as Wednesday of last week, the market had the unusual support of the now diverging away from the lower time rising short moving average, currently at 15.232. The market also penetrated the early April congestion between 15.200 and 15.289, but obviously closed over it once again. Overall, so far we've only seen one close below the lower time, and that was early last week. We've yet to see a full break below the lower time. I should also point out that support below is limited. After the short moving average, which still doesn't look that strong, we have seemingly little further below until the mid-March high in the 14,800 area. The next decent support is the late October 2020 to-date uptrend, currently at 14,745. Please note, this is still only a two-pointer uptrend. Now, so far today, clear open below the lower time and an attempt to move up back into the pitchfork, but so far failing. If it carries on like this, then the market may well have a fresh close below the lower time. However, I suspect the congestion between 15,200 and 15,289 may have something to say about that. But right now, it's just looking like an indecisive doji cross. E-mini S&P futures. A bullish double on Friday and a fresh new all-time high, and the second highest close ever as well. It's also a fresh close up over the middle time, currently at 41.58. However, the market, whilst penetrating the important 50% projected overhead resistance at 41.83, still did not manage to close over it. Nevertheless, the market did make a good effort on the upside, but was halted by some significant resistance on a closing basis. Overall, this market still has the bullish incentive, especially the not crucial but interesting close over the middle time. So far today, an ever so slightly lower open, but then nothing. Looking like an indecisive doji cross right now, sitting above the middle time and below the projected 50% Fibonacci line overhead. French CAC 40 futures. An indecisive doji cross on Friday, with the market sitting on top of the combination of the important lower time, currently at 61.67 of the December 2020 to January 2021 bullish Andrews pitchfork, and its nearby partner, the short moving average currently at 61.68, as well as the prior all-time high from July 2007 at 61.69. Now this bullish pitchfork has up to now brilliantly driven the bullish incentive higher since its inception in late January. As I've said now for the last 6 weeks, and I quote again, all is moot until prices move out of those tines. End of quote. So far today, a lower open, but no real move lower. The action is within Friday's range, looking like an unlikely bullish engulfing pattern that is still sitting above all the previously mentioned support below, but seemingly unwilling to try too much higher, not just yet. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted with this broadcast. Copyright is Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit.